My name is Tomi. I'm from UCC Magazine, Urban Christian Culture. We talk about everything from healthy living to entertainment from a Christian perspective. And we're also a lifestyle guide. And right now I'm here with the one and only Mr. Preston Perry. How are you doing this evening?
What's crackin' lacking?
We're here at the True Voices 2014 in NYC. Proclaim 2014. How did you enjoy the performances tonight?
They were amazing.
Okay. Can you please tell us a little bit about the piece that you performed tonight?
The piece that I performed was called "The Height of Glory." It was a dream that I had, and I converted it into a poem.
Okay. So, how did you get into poetry?
I got into poetry, spoken word poetry, 2008. A guy named Carnes Turner and Glenn Perry started a group called Spoken Life Project. Introduced me to slam poetry. Started slamming for a little while, and just started writing. And I just, YouTube happened, and that's kind of how it happened.
Okay. So, before getting to, were you part of the secular poetry at some point, or was it just straight Christian? Is that how you started?
Yeah, I was never part of the secular arena and spoken word, but I was a part of like the hip hop secular. I did rap when I was in the world, and I was kind of like a silent poet. Nobody really knew I did poetry until I came to Christ, and God had different plans.
Okay. So, is there any one of you, like your spoken word poetry, like you just mentioned, that you like to, recite a lot or say a lot, or is there anyone that hits you and you're like, wow, that's amazing?
Well, I have a poem called Necrophiliac I like to perform a lot. It's my testimony poem.
Would you like sharing a little bit about that?
I don't want to do it.
No, you don't have to do it right
Okay,
now.
cool.
Just say like brief synopsis of how you came about.
So the poem is called Necrophiliac. Necrophiliac means somebody who sleeps with dead people, and the metaphor, I made it that metaphor because like I took it in a sense of like I was literally sleeping with the dead, like dead corpses. And I was dead. I was dead in my sin. And one of the lines I said, 1 Corinthians 6:13 and 14, minister to my soul. It's that the Apostle Paul wrote the passage just for me. And I quote, our bodies wasn't made for sexual immorality, but our bodies were made for the Lord. So I kind of wrote the poem around that. And it just talked about how I lost my virginity at an early age. And because of that, a lot of sexual sin came into my life. But through God's grace and merit and by him reconciling me back to God, I was able to be set free from it. And I stand before you today.
Wow, that's amazing. Are there any poets that inspired you that you look up to?
Absolutely. I'm fortunate to have a lot of friends who I'm inspired by and look up to.
Any mentors?
Carnes Turner was a mentor of mine when I first started. Ezekiel Azamu. Genetics McGee, Jose Palos was a mentor of mine. Chris Webb, Eric Vaughn, Jackie Hill Perry, my boo. So many poets. Carver's Hassan, Alicia Harris, Zoe Howard, B. Young, Kerry Rozowski, and the list goes on and on. I could probably name like 80 poets.
Right.